7 months without food or water. That's not a vacation. It's biological defiance. For us, 3 weeks without eating is a dire emergency, and just 3 days without water can be fatal. Yet, the bear, it achieves the impossible. This isn't mere sleep. It's a profound shutdown that preserves vital systems. While humans lose up to 2% of muscle mass per day during bed rest, bears manage to keep almost 90% of their bone density and negligible muscle loss. Scientists are still baffled by how these creatures bend fundamental biological laws. When a bear enters hibernation, its core temperature drops by 5 degrees Celsius, settling around 30 to 34 degrees. That's cool, but not freezing. Its heart rate slows dramatically, from 40 to 50 beats per minute down to a mere 8 to 10 beats per minute. Imagine your heart doing that. Oxygen consumption plummets by up to 75%. Your body would be gasping for air on a quarter of its usual intake. How do they survive this physiological austerity? They generate all their necessary metabolic water from oxidizing their own fat reserves. It's a genius, if somewhat pungent, design. And the waste? No urination, no defecation. Their bodies recycle urea, a toxic waste product, back into usable amino acids through an incredibly efficient process. Even their kidney filtration rate drops by 70%, yet they emerge healthy. For humans, that would be catastrophic. Astronauts on the International Space Station lose 1 to 2% of bone mass monthly. Bears lose 0. They even maintain muscle protein synthesis, actively rebuilding and repairing cells without any caloric intake. Absurd, right? Blood lipid levels can soar 10 times higher than normal without any arterial damage. Nature decided bears needed a serious cheat code for winter. Imagine consuming 20,000 to 30,000 berries daily. That's the caloric equivalent of nearly 30 Big Macs for us mere mortals, a number that frankly sounds unhinged. For bears, this isn't indulgence, it's survival, a critical biological imperative. Bears enter a phase called hyperphagia, where their primary mission is to pack on pounds. They can gain over 100 kilograms, adding an entire average human body's weight in just 3 to 4 months. This isn't just fat, it's their winter fuel tank. They're not just eating, they're strategically consuming lipid-rich foods like salmon, which can deliver a staggering 4,500 calories per fish. Their bodies enter an almost miraculous state, converting sugars into fat 10 times faster than a human liver. It's evolution saying, "You're going to need this." Their intestines even swell, increasing absorption surface area by 50%. Think of it as upgrading your internal plumbing for maximum efficiency. During this feeding frenzy, some bears will spend up to 16 hours foraging, 2/3 of their entire day. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet, where satiety signals are effectively dialed down. In coastal areas of Alaska, brown bears can be seen devouring upwards of 30 salmon a day. By late autumn, a healthy bear's body fat can reach a remarkable 30 to 50%. That's the critical preparation for their monumental slumber. The bear's body undergoes a transformation, shifting into a remarkable state of metabolic limbo, once tucked away in their dens. While active bears pound along at 40 to 50 beats per minute, their hibernating cousins clock in at an astonishing 8 to 10. That's a profound slowdown, making their energy expenditure drop by 75%. An active bear would burn through its winter fat in mere weeks. This isn't just about laziness, it's survival dialed to 11. Bears enter torpor, a deep metabolic pause. But unlike other hibernators, they can be roused within minutes. Researchers find their brain activity changes, yet they're still processing danger cues. It's like sleeping with one eye open. And their immune system remains fully functional, meaning no opportunistic infections in their cozy dens. Medical scientists are frankly jealous. Imagine avoiding all that muscle wasting after months of doing nothing. Bears just decided, not today, atrophy. Their core body temperature, though lower, fluctuates only a few degrees, typically between 31 and 34 Celsius. Humans on bed rest lose 3 to 10% of bone density monthly, but bears refuse this fate, maintaining over 90% of bone strength after 7 months. How? Their kidneys ingeniously reprocess urea, converting toxic waste into usable nitrogen. It's a perfect internal recycling plant that allows them to avoid muscle atrophy. Despite months of immobility, bears avoid blood clots, a major risk for inactive humans. Their blood platelets become less sticky, a biological marvel that prevents deep vein thrombosis, common in humans, after just a few days of bed rest. For 200 days, a bear can simply go without food or water, a feat that pushes the boundaries of survival as we know it. While deep in their winter sleep, their bodies perform a kind of biochemical alchemy, something that feels like magic but is pure, remarkable biology. At its core is incredible nitrogen recycling. Bears actually convert toxic urea, a waste product, back into amino acids, the essential building blocks of protein. This isn't just tidying up, it's how they prevent muscle loss, retaining over 90% of their muscle protein. That's a stark contrast to us humans, who can lose 10 to 20% of muscle mass in just 1 month of inactivity. Researchers, like those at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, find this utterly fascinating. Essentially, their bodies are self-sustaining protein factories, making a mockery of our dietary recommendations. Your own waste products becoming sustenance? Absurd. But there's more. What about hydration? Bears don't drink for 7 months, instead generating metabolic water from their fat stores. Every 100 grams of fat they metabolize produces about 107 milliliters of water, enough to survive. It's like a highly efficient biofuel engine, turning stored energy into both power and necessary fluids, without any external refills. This metabolic trick is vital in cold, dry dens where water is frozen or just inaccessible. The bear's kidneys, normally busy filtering, become hyper-efficient, dramatically minimizing water loss, with urine output dropping by 80%. This allows them to stay perfectly hydrated for over 200 days, while a human would face severe dehydration and organ failure in just 3 days. Think about human astronauts. They suffer 10 to 15% muscle atrophy during months in microgravity, costing millions to combat. 7 months. That's how long a bear can essentially hit the snooze button on life, emerging with nearly intact muscle mass. Scientists are continually astonished by how bears reboot their complex systems with shocking speed and minimal weakness. Their heart rate, which plummeted to 8 beats per minute during slumber, surges back to 40 beats per minute within hours. A literal jumpstart. Despite surviving 7 months without food, they have burned through immense fat reserves, losing up to 30% of their body weight. Across the temperate and boreal forests from the Rocky Mountains to Siberia, this annual emergence signals the ecosystem's reawakening. Their unique metabolism allows them to rapidly replenish depleted energy stores, with fat reserves often returning to 70% within weeks. Astronauts lose 10 to 15% of muscle mass during a 4-month space mission. Bears lose 0% over 7 months of den rest. They maintain nearly 100% bone density during months of immobility, a feat humans can only dream of achieving in a hospital bed. Studying bears provides insights into preventing human conditions like sarcopenia, osteoporosis, and even type 2 diabetes. Remarkably, bears develop reversible insulin resistance during hibernation, then completely reverse it upon waking, avoiding diabetic complications. This makes them nature's ultimate biohacks, managing their physiology in ways that would send human medical textbooks into a panic. Organizations like NASA are actively researching bear hibernation, hoping to apply these biological blueprints for future long-duration space travel. The metabolic shift from hibernating to active happens incredibly quickly, a full physiological reset occurring within approximately 7 days. What a turnaround! Evolution had ideas. The bear's promise is resilience defined.